It seems we're a lot tonight, aren't we? Okay, this is Madhog, thy master, and we're going to do something different. We're going to take a break from the dramatic reading of My Roommate is a Vampire to concentrate on a fan request. And speaking of requests, let me introduce to you tonight's co-guest or guest host or guest and just guest, Jim Beaver.
Yeah, sure, let's roll with that.
Okay, so Jim Bernard, and then it's actually named Jim Bevan, but you know it's easy to mispronunciate. Then of course we have Devar.
Hello there, folks.
And amazingly, miraculously, unbelievably, and all other adjectives, we also have Ross Paris tonight, the most elusive member of Team Yume. Hi there, Ross.
Hi! You are holding a gun to my head right now. That's why I am involved in a pony-related project.
Don't worry, he had me tied up in a chair last time.
Yes, and if you don't comply, I'm going to shoot Bell down this pillow in the face.
No!
Oh, yes!
Oh.
Okay, so what are we reading tonight? Jim Bevan, since this was your request, will you gladly explain to us just what the hell are we doing here?
Well, first off, I didn't request it, I just sent it to you. You're the one who came up with the bad idea
We're going to the request! We're going to the request alibi! Now shut up and...
Alright, fine. This is a chapter from a zero punctuation My Little Pony crossover fic called Zero Punctuation Equestria.
Oh god, I have a headache already.
Yeah.
Well, actually, we're starting this thing from chapter 2 instead of chapter 1 for two simple reasons. One, chapter 1 is boring. And two, we kind of recorded it the other day, but we lost the recordings, and it was just me being annoyed at every single thing Yahtzee would say, or this version of then Yahtzee Croshaw, which is very annoying. I mean, the sarcasm level is off the charge. If any one of you makes an over 9,000 joke, I'm going to kill you. Okay.
I wasn't going to make it an over 9,000 joke because I am so incredibly out of my element here.
Well, of course. And with that awkwardness out of the way,
The originality comes off this fiction like wildfire, doesn't it?
Originality? I don't know if that's going to be the word.
That's the sarcasm of it all.
Actually, the sad part is even if this is even a trend, actually, having real-life celebrities going into Equestria for some reason. They did this already with Larry the Cable Guy, of all people.
I don't even know who Yahtzee is.
I don't know who Yahtzee. Oh, so you...
Yeah, zero punctuation on The Escapist.
No, never.
It's a well-regarded, pretty famous video game reviewer.
And he was also the creator of the Chisholm Mythos series as well, just for obscure reference.
Yes, but this way you can relate more with Ross because he also reviews video games. He's actually the most looked up upon and respected, quote-unquote, respected video game reviewer that I know on the internet.
What circles does he run in, like YouTube's? Because I don't usually run in YouTube circles.
He actually works for a company that pays him to review video games online.
Oh.
Yeah, the Escapist, you know, that site with Jim Sterling and Movie Bob and those other egotistical guys.
Oh yeah, I've heard of it.
Oh yes, I actually watch The Escapist primarily because Movie Bob is there and I like his reviews of movies. Anyway, about Yahtzee. So the first chapter establishes two things. One, the Escapist magazine is an evil organization of evil that forces its employee to review stuff in exchange of money. The horror! I mean, Devar, play me the world's smallest violin, please. Oh, the poor man, trapped in a shop that pays him to review bad things. Oh, the horror!
Violin broke.
Him. And you can see why I really didn't like him in this story.
No kidding. After all, I mean, like, come on. If That's James Rolfe.
Well, it doesn't anymore because he makes enough money already. So it's kind of the most famous one guy in the video game landscape reviewing on the internet. So really, the fact they complain seems hypocritical in his case. But anyway, that could be said for all angry reviewers. But this is going off topic. Anyway, so this fanfiction, Jim Barnaby, can you give us a recap of chapter 1?
Okay, chapter 1. Yahtzee had finished reviewing Twisted Metal, because this fanfic was started back in 2012. He thought he was done for the day, but one of the imps, those little black monster things from the videos, I guess I should clarify, in this, Yahtzee is not represented as the human Ben Croshaw, but as the
avatar.
The avatar.
Yeah, the mouthless avatar. Which blew my mind, by the way.
Yeah, he got a copy of a My Little Pony game that was developed by some unnamed indie studio in Alaska.
Of all places on Earth.
Alaska.
I have no bloody idea. And most importantly, this pisses me off because fans try to make an awesome fighting game out of this franchise, but Hasbro shut them down because but they are actually endorsing an indie developer in Alaska to make a My Little Pony game. That makes no sense.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's because it was a brutal fighting game as opposed to, I don't know, like some kind of like anything else.
Yeah, something nice and cutesy, like, get us the party favors.
Exactly, it has to be something like that little girls could play.
Yeah, because little girls wouldn't play violent video games because they're little girls. They only play with the Barbies during the Monster Eyes and all that shit. But anyway.
Well, that's what Hasbro thinks.
Yes, yeah, unfortunately there is a giant gap between Hasbro and the company who makes the cartoon, which is actually very, as you know, very close to the fandom, the adult fandom. But anyway, we should start this thing, really. So it's
okay. I'll wrap things up. He tried to review the game, froze up, something happened with his computer, and Yahtzee and the imp were transported into Equestria.
Of course, because
so basically, it's a captain and the game master.
This happens.
I want them to bring back Captain N, but update it. He teams up with Gordon Freeman and Link and Samus and I don't know, Marcus Phoenix maybe.
I would leave him dead for good. But anyway, so this is being transported into a video game world all of a sudden. It happens more often than you might think. One day you're just playing Minecraft online, minding your own business, and then suddenly you find yourself sucked into a world and forced to take part in a song about not mining at night.
Yeah, if I was going to get sucked into any world, I'd probably want to be Pokemon, because seriously, what's the worst thing that happens to a trainer in the Pokemon games? You faint when all of your Pokemon faint.
Actually,
what up at the Pokemon Center, half your money gone.
Actually, you die in several painful ways in a Pokemon world: electrocuted, burned to death, squashed by something heavy.
I'm not talking about the anime. I'm talking about the games. Like, you're unkillable there.
Oh, all right.
I want to get transported into the world of Young Justice because I have the hots for Miss Martian.
Really? Generic Starfire?
The what?
Basically, Starfire ripoff? Come on.
She's not a Starfire ripoff. She's bubbly. She has actual complexities.
The bar. Play the nerd alert.
She looks good. And she looks good without hair.
Should we start this?
Yes, it's getting 10 minutes in and we've not even started yet.
I am trying my best to delay this as much as possible.
You shall not. It is inevitable. You shall not delay this any further.
Let's just get...
Satan has spoken.
Let's just get this over with because the sooner this pain goes.
Of course, only on the weekends.
Only on the weekends.
Oh, by the way, you might have noticed there is this nice little link to the theme song of Zero Punctuation at the beginning of the chapter. Of every chapter, I think.
I didn't play it, but yeah, I saw it.
Yeah, I wouldn't play it.
let us not play it. Let's just start this thing. Oh, by the way, what is this? Reminder. Yahtzee's character is being brutally cynical. Well, thank you for that pointer, Poindexter.
Okay.
Okay, this is your first line. Jim, it's your turn.
Who's doing narration then?
You narrate.
Alright.
But what?
Yahtzee said, flabbergasted at the mere thought of how he got here.
I don't even know. What?
This is Fluttershy. Devar, you are Fluttershy.
Are you okay?
Oh, the cuteness!
The yellow Pegasus
Wonderful.
asked, taking a step back, contradicting her concerned question.
What the hell am I? What am I doing here?
He exclaimed.
Where am I? What is this? What?
I think it's pretty obvious you're in a world full of ponies, friend. Kill yourself!
Yes, aren't you the luckiest bastard ever? Please, I'm going to do the Twilight Sparkle here. Please, just calm down.
The purple unicorn said, looking over the strange thing in front of her.
Whatever you are. Oh, this is...
Calm? How in bloody hell do you think I can stay calm?
He yelled as a retort.
I am in the middle of a brightly colored town surrounded by half a dozen talking horses. I can tell you one thing for sure, this sure as hell isn't my idea of heaven.
Well,
not mine either.
It is kind of my idea of heaven, actually. Only recently, though. Before that, I was going adventuring with Klonoa in Phantomile, but that's before I met the ponies.
Okay.
Anyway, enough with the creepy stuff.
Yeah, let's continue.
Am I still doing Rainbow Dash?
Yes, you do Rainbow Dash.
What is that thing anyways?
It's a cynical bastard.
The cyan Pegasus, who lazily flapped its wings above Yahtzee, asked.
Why is it standing on two legs? And what is with its hair?
I mean, you mean the lack of hair because he's just a sticker figure with no mouth or any recognizable human features, including hair?
Or tail.
It just has a hat. And...
Yahtzee looked down at his white body, then up
That's funny!
Then up at his white hat.
Racist! Racist!
I'm a human, you stupid tart.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, nice.
Did you just call Rainbow Dash a stupid tart? Oh, that's it. I'm getting my shotgun here.
Yeah, nice way to call a lady.
I thought you couldn't get guns in Europe.
Well...
It's a made-up gun.
Where I am right now, which is a private property, I can exercise right to firearms. And by the way, I have actually a...
Italy actually has that right?
In a private property, it is. Yes.
Cool. How would you say "get off my property" or "I'll shoot" in Italian?
Well,
with a redneck accent, no less.
Well, it's a bit difficult to translate, but basically is allora io li mortacci, io ti ammazzo, io vi affanculo, faccio un culo così ti apro un pure e ti rimpiazzo e ti ti ammazzo, capito? Li mortacci tua, which basically translates as fuck off.
You hear that, folks? Take the recording and play it for any intruders who come onto your property.
Yep.
Anyway, that's...
You could just say, go away in another language.
Would you?
Yes, let's continue this.
We're going off topic. We're about to shoot Yahtzee. I mean, we were about to continue.
Yeah.
He grunted.
I'm a human, you stupid tart.
He grunted, rubbing the rim of his hat.
Actually, you're not even that. We are a white, faceless sticker figure. That's not racism. It's a fact.
And this is not my hair. This is a hat. Maybe we should hit him and teach him some manners.
Yes, please. Yes. I second that.
The quite visibly angry Pegasus growled.
Ross, do a growl. Nice. You're the official growler for tonight.
Really?
Ross, half fairy, half growler.
Okay, let's continue.
Okay, this is me. Everybody, Ansi, I should say, every pony, calm down.
The purple unicorn said bluntly.
What is your name, oh strange, cynical bastard?
Will you ask what colour is his favourite colour next?
My name is Ben. Ben Croshaw.
And he's apparently a secret agent for Her Majesty, the way he introduced himself.
He said...
No, if he was a secret, he's introduced himself as Croshaw, Ben Croshaw.
Good point.
He said quietly as he tried to remember their names.
But my friends call me Yahtzee.
Well, you say you don't have any friends. Everybody hates you.
Pinkie Pie next.
He's gonna watch this video at some point, right?
I think the chances of that happening are very low. He's too busy watching Let's Play videos.
I'm just saying, you know it's gonna happen.
Okay.
You're just talking all this shit about.
Okay. In case Mr. Yahtzee will take a time from his very busy schedule to review games he didn't like in exchange of money, which I remind you is a misery.
or getting paid to say bad things about games that are actually good, like Broken Age and Grand Theft Auto 5.
We're not going there. I'm just going to say, this is all in good fun. I don't personally hate you, Mr. Yahtzee. Sometimes you amuse me. But then again, it's easy to take your type of sarcasm in a video that's less than 5 minutes, that's 6 minutes long, rather than a long story like this. Anyway, I respect your opinions about video games, at least the ones I read in your columns, and this is all in good fun. And we're not trying to anger you or any way possible. I hope you can laugh it off as something juvenile for the sake of being juvenile. And with that said, let's continue riff the hell of this bastard here.
Yeah, with a pink pony that's you have to bounce on.
Oh yes, this is going to be so painful for him.
Cover your ears.
How's it going, Yahtzee?
The bouncing pink pony asked. Yahtzee paid no heed to the pink pony.
How dare you ignoring the pink one? What's the matter? Are you shy?
She asked, hopping closer to him.
I just want to make you smile, and then turn you into cupcakes. But mostly smile.
No, I just remember specifically saying my friends call me Yahtzee.
Yahtzee.
Oh, snap!
Funny enough, Yahtzee snapped at this.
And I do not regard you as such, nor am I seeing any extras.
Oh, this reminds me of the episode with the donkey. Oh, it's going to end well.
The pink pony took a few sad steps back.
You made Pinkie Pie sad. Oh, you truly deserve to die. You're not very nice,
she said.
Oh, no shitamagugo. Is not nice.
She said, hiding behind the purple unicorn.
Brilliant deduction, mademoiselle. Can't you give me any other valuable information?
He asked sarcastically.
Oh, how about if I don't breathe, I would die? That's a good one right there.
I hate you so much. There is no need to be so mean. She's just trying to be friendly. Yeah, what's the problem with you, man? Are you the Jeff Winger of this community?
Who's Jeff Winger?
The main, from Community, the TV show.
I don't really watch that much TV.
Watch it because it's amazing. Watch it. I recommend it. It's great.
The purple unicorn said defensively. She then shook her head and decided it would be best to greet him formally.
My name is
Twilight Sparkle.
He tutted lightly.
Yes, I'm quite aware of that. Quite a silly name at that. Honestly, it's like they just looked at the worst series possible and said, hey, yeah, we could sure go for some of that.
Did I mention I hate this guy so much?
I think
tapping off the ponies.
I think the name let's see. I think the name Sparkleface is probably worse than this.
Scheme at least.
By the way,
really stupid names.
Actually, you get once you get used to them, they are kind of cool.
As I said, I think Sparkleface is probably a worse name than Twilight Sparkle.
Oh, by the way, they mispronounced Sparkle here. They said Sparky instead of Sparkle. They forgot a hell, so that.
Because poor literacy is cool.
No! I will kill you!
We do not steal other people's jokes.
Through the internet and strangle you!
We do not steal other people's jokes.
That's what the internet is all about.
Okay.
Well, forgive us for trying to be semi-original.
Okay, all that just says for narration is, and said, and then it's the quotations.
Yeah, I don't think this is a very good author.
Yeah, I can tell already. They got the narration, they got punctuation, one punctuation, went on, and then another punctuation starter, and ended it with 2 punctuation marks somehow.
It's way more than 0 punctuations.
Yeah, where are we now? Because I'm getting confused.
It's like 3-4 punctuations.
Should we just go on to the next line? Twilight looked at the others nervously.
Then back at Yahtzee.
Okay, Twilight looked back at the others nervously, then back at Yahtzee.
How do you know my name? Are you psychic?
She asked.
I was hoping you could tell me the same damn thing.
Yahtzee yelled.
Yahtzee yelled. That's, okay. That's the worst alliteration I've ever seen.
Oh, I have no idea who says this line.
I'm sorry, but I really don't know what is going on.
That's basically everyone reading this.
Yes, actually, me too, actually.
I think it's the same here for me.
Okay.
Here I thought you were always reading.
He said as he rubbed his chin, pensively.
Pensively.
Yeah, it's a very rare word I say.
So much for being studious, you're already breaking character.
Yahtzee, are you actually reviewing the characters in front of you?
He's breaking the 4th wall.
Why do you think it is titled Yahtzee Reviews the Main 6?
This is beyond annoying, actually. I mean, if it was Abed from Community, this would be more fun, but instead it's the really annoying, cynical bastard. It's that doesn't like anyone or anything, and it's too jaded to be actually.
Oh, dear Lord, this chapter goes on forever at this pace.
You're right, we should... Right,
yes, let's keep going.
Anyway, I'm taking over narration.
Alright.
Who says what?
Twilight, I think.
What? She asked, confused. How do you know I...
That's not important.
He said, waving off the question.
So you're the element of magic, correct?
How do you know that?
He's a spy!
Please save your
He's a
questions.
changeling!
Please save your questions for the end of the lecture.
He chuckled, putting his hands behind his back like a professor in the midst of talking about a serious subject. Do you like my Schwarzenegger impression?
No.
You know, if anyone was ever going to take this seriously, it's gone now. Good job.
I think
This is not meant to be taken seriously in the slightest.
It's like a Kill the Kill episode.
I think people might take it a little more seriously if we actually had someone reading who had 2 X chromosomes.
Yeah, that probably would help.
It probably wouldn't be as funny, though.
Especially since, like, all of the characters are female.
Well-
God, this is almost as awkward as that one D&D group I was in. Like, everyone decided to play female characters.
Well, that is kind of awkward.
Twilight.
Unfortunately, we couldn't have Shannon tonight. She's busy with both school and a job on the weekend. It's too bad, but
Let's carry on.
Yeah, let's go on. What? Twilight started.
I'm sorry, miss, but I'm quite afraid of not like repeating myself.
He said, holding up his right hand, signaling her to be quiet.
As I was saying, besides your terribly unorthodox name, your constant breaking of one's character, and your weak demeanor, You know what? That is pretty much all I need to say about you.
Twilight eyed him with great contempt. You're not the only one, sister. Mind running rampant on what she could do to him if she had the will to. Please turn him into an orange with wings and squash him.
I was gonna say she's gonna basically treat Yahtzee like a Batman and Adam West Batman trap.
I was thinking she would just blasting, with her magic, since now she's an alicorn goddess and whatnot. Anyway,
she then collected.
She then collected her thoughts and shook her head. Twilight is much better than this, though.
What's wrong? Is the smart one at a loss for words, or is she simply not intelligent as she portrays herself?
Yahtzee chuckled.
Slap him.
Ross, do you want to do Rarity?
Why not? I don't know thing one about the character, but
just try to sound sophisticated. Posh.
Oh, posh. Okay, I'll try. Well, you don't have to be so crude.
Oh, good enough. The white unicorn said. She then brought her hoof forward to greet the stranger.
Well, my name is...
Rarity, yes, I know.
He said, pushing her hoof back down.
If it's the same to you, I'd rather not make direct contact with you. I have no idea where you've all been.
How dare you? Yes, that's what I was saying. Rarity snapped.
I take very good care of myself. I give myself 3 meals a day and bathe myself constantly.
Actually, she does more than that. She's very sophisticated.
Let's not bring logic to this.
She goes to the spa every week.
So then why does your mane look like that?
What is wrong? What are you trying to imply, Yahtzee? Be careful, you're already treading on dangerous path. He asked. He then brought his fingers to his ear, pretending as if it was a cell phone. This is...
I'm terribly sorry, miss, but the 70s called. They want their mop back.
What? What?
What kind of 70s mop have you seen?
What? Are you kidding me?
I don't know.
Okay, that's it. I'm bringing my shotgun. The bar, you proceed. You continue narrating. I'll be right back.
This isn't helping my headache.
Rarity started trembling with fury, eyes shooting darts at Yahtzee, who stood there smugly. She then straightened up and looked impassively at Yahtzee.
You're not worth my time.
Best line in the whole fanfiction.
Can we end it here?
Thank you.
Yes, I would end it myself, but probably not. Madhog probably won't let us.
And that's why Rarity is best pony. Now let's go on.
She huffed.
I thought you were the symbol of generosity, so I say you should do a bit more giving.
He muttered distastefully.
Well, aren't you a cynic?
She sneered.
Well, no shiffadoodle.
No, I'm English.
You made a funny.
You don't sound English to me.
I've tried the best I can do.
No, I meant Yahtzee in this fiction.
Oh.
Yeah, it doesn't really seem very English, and Devage does have a little problem with that, considering he actually is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yahtzee muttered before pausing for a brief moment just to chuckle a few seconds later.
Though I suppose one is synonymous with the other, so actually, yes. Yes, I am.
Wow! Even explained the joke. How
original.
Why do you have to treat us with such disrespect?
She asked furiously.
We came over here to make sure you are all right, and the first thing you decide to do is point out our... And the first thing you decide to do is point out our flaws?
Actually, Ross, it should be more like, and the first thing you do is point out our flaws?
And the first thing you do is decide to point out our flaws?
Much better.
I feel like I'm going Turl on this.
I didn't quite...
You are still learning to spell your name!
What can I say?
I think Jim Bernard there is lost.
No, I know where we are. What can I say?
He shrugged non-apologetically.
It's kind of my, what shall we call it, a hobby of mine.
Not a very good one.
Being a douchehole is a hobby of yours?
I, missing comma, not one.
Grammar Nazi alert, grammar Nazi alert.
Oh, Ross, if you weren't born, they would have to create you.
I, missing comma, for one, missing comma, do not care for it.
And I would just kill the joke. Congratulations.
With a comma. She said, lifting her nose up.
Well, unfortunately, I'm doing this for the both of us.
Yahtzee said, now looking at Applejack.
Oh no, not Applejack.
Oh dear.
Oh.
And then there is you.
What do you mean by that?
Applejack asked brazenly.
Well, for one, what kind of a name is Applejack?
It's actually the manliest name in this group, if you think about it.
He asked, sporting a curious eye, because he left his last one at home.
But I have to admit, you have a strong southern accent, you are hardworking and honest, all commendable aspects.
Thank you kindly.
And it is ruined by the fact that you have an idiotic name.
Oh yeah, because Yahtzee is such a because Yahtzee is such a clever name to have, isn't it?
He added as he shook his head in disapproval.
If it wasn't for the name, then I would say you'd be the most believable of the personas here.
What do you mean, stupid name?
The farm.
Why I oughta...
Get the spinach. The farming pony asked angrily.
Well, it's simple. Your name is that of a breakfast cereal.
He said impishly. He then gasped and raised his hands to his face.
Hey, here's an idea. I think I'll call you Kellogg's.
I'll kill you! I'll kill you right now! I'll go back in time, kill you before... And kill your ancestors, and then go back in time some more, and kill more of your ancestors, and I'll erase your entire dynasty until nothing of you remains in history.
Madhog, calm down. Jeez.
I'm okay now.
It could have been worse. It could have been worse. He could have called her Nestle.
I'll go back in time and kill your ancestors, Davar. Anyway, I think I may be overreacting a bit here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For a joke.
Yeah, it's not really. It's actually not all that worthy of an overreaction. But you know, when you try way too hard to be funny and failing at it, so you know how it goes, right, Ross?
Oh yeah, singling me out now.
It's your line next, Nestle.
I'm sorry, but with a name like Ross Ferris, it's easy to single you out.
Yeah, well, that just happens to be what I was born with, douche nozzle.
And so is for Applejack. So it's not fair here.
At least I take it in stride.
Everyone in this world is proud of their names. So Yahtzee is just a little troll here.
It's your line then, Nestle Madhog.
It's me? Okay. I don't think I care much for that.
I'm sorry, what was that, Kellogg's?
Yahtzee asked quietly, putting his hand to the side of his head.
Did you say something?
I said that I don't think I...
She started, beginning to walk towards Yahtzee.
I'm sorry, dear, I can't hear you over the product placement.
Buy some apple! Buy some apple! Buy some apple! Apple Bloom! Go back home!
Yahtzee yelled, making Applejack take a couple of steps back.
Why, I have alpha mind to... Please do! Please...
I was just going to say that.
I don't know why. I was thinking of Popeye again, where he goes, "Why are you to have a mind to..." Okay.
I was just going to say that.
He said, now facing outwards, towards the other ponies.
You all heard it, straight from the horse's mouth.
That was an awful pun.
I don't get it.
It's a figure of speech. It's like...
It's an English expression.
I know that, but where is the joke? That's what I don't get.
It's just a bad pun. That's the point.
I didn't really...
Let's just keep going.
I didn't even register the pun here. It is that lame.
Applejack started towards Yahtzee, but found herself being stopped by Twilight's magic with
Yes, teleport him inside a volcano.
And Twilight's magic doesn't have a... I forgot what it's called now. Uppercase comma.
So, wait a minute. Twilight's Sparkle has the same powers as the Invisible Girl.
Actually, Twilight Sparkle is more like Doctor Strange when it comes to magic.
Applejack glared at
that's
Twilight.
freaking broken.
Applejack.
Why?
Doctor Strange is one of the most ridiculously powerful characters in the Marvel Universe.
Well, Twilight Sparkle...
Why couldn't he save May Parker?
We need to acknowledge this.
The writers were being freaking douchebags.
Well, we have to acknowledge this. Twilight Sparkle is able to blast, to shoot beams, to teleport, and to levitate things in masses, to stop time occasionally when she's in... But it always been a recurrent problem with the writing, the actual, I would say, management of her powers when it's dramatically convenient.
Okay, let's continue. Applejack glared at
And now
Twilight.
she's kind of a princess goddess, so it's even more difficult.
But she just shook her head. Applejack looked back at Yahtzee, took a deep breath, and nodded.
She even has a short fuse,
He said.
How delightfully stereotypical. What next? Are you going to take your broomstick and go hunting for deer?
This is my boomstick!
Oh, man.
Thank you for that.
Hey, you can't treat her like that.
The Cyan Pegasus explained, flying well above Yahtzee.
Well, if it isn't the walking gay pride parade with rings. Rainbow Dash.
Okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm dropping a freaking atom bomb on his head. This guy has officially become the least likable character ever written to a fanfiction to me. Wow. The walking gay pride parade. Are you serious?
Well, it's what everyone else
I'm
assumed.
about half a second away from breaking out my 3DS and playing Shantae.
Okay.
It's probably a better use of your time, Ross.
Yeah, it's probably time well spent. It will be time well spent instead of reading this. Jim.
What did you just... Yes.
Jim,
Yes.
I'm thinking of ways to mispronounce your name. Bivan, this is all your fault.
Hey, I just said it to you. I didn't say you had to...
You gave me the idea. You wanted this. You manipulated me into doing this, didn't you?
I didn't manipulate
You
anyone.
evil
Who do you think-
genius.
Quack.
Evil genius.
Quick, Jim. Quit reading
I didn't
the...
manipulate anyone. Who do you think I am? The Seventh Doctor?
Well, I think you are the Escapist magazine.
Quick, Jim. Keep reading the fanfic before Madhog keeps going.
Okay. What did you just call me?
Oh boy.
Rainbow Dash yelled.
Right, you're so far up that you can't hear me. Well, how about this?
Yahtzee said before putting his palms to the front of his face to amplify his voice.
You might want to calm down, love. You might catch a cold all the way up there. Who do you think you are?
She yelled, zooming straight down to Yahtzee. Yeah,
I think-
Sonic Rainbow Moon.
Yes.
I think I'm a magnificent man with extraordinary tastes.
He said... You might about to say something, Madhog.
No, I'm just booing in the background.
He said simply, adjusting the hat on his head. Ooh, someone's got a thing about his hat.
Wouldn't you say so, Kellogg's?
Applejack glared at him and spit on the ground in disgust.
I'm right there with you, sister.
See, she agrees with me.
Applejack then kicked some dirt at Yahtzee as he stepped out of its way.
Can't
Like, I'm trying to figure out who this was made for.
Yeah, good question.
I mean, it's obviously... I can't tell if it's a My Little Pony thing or if it's about bashing My Little Pony. It kind of seems
This guy is both a fan of My Little Pony and Yahtzee, and he wants to do a crossover to homage both. The problem is the two things don't really go well together.
No kidding.
Which is funny because almost everything goes well with ponies, but they managed to find the one thing that doesn't go well with ponies, and it had to be
Actually,
Yahtzee.
believe it or not, I'm doing an entire segment in my Family Fairies, things that don't go with ponies.
The Holocaust?
Fanboy, fairies, you haven't watched the series and you haven't seen the fanfiction that have been written. You'll be surprised at what things go well with ponies. Believe me, I've seen them. Silent Hill goes well with ponies, amazingly enough. Even Fallout 3 goes even better with ponies. Amazingly enough, they managed to do a better version of Game of Thrones too. One that's actually exciting, with actual magic and fantasy stuff. But I'm going off topic anyway.
Continue
Tell
again.
me when they make Pony Berserk.
They probably did already. I just need to search it around.
Careful, don't want to ruin my delightful outfit, do we?
Your delightful outfit. Why are you, a woman? Or me? He tutted.
Also, again, he's a white sticker. He's not wearing clothes.
He tutted, turning back to Rainbow Dash with a smile.
And another thing, let's take a look at your wings. What's wrong with my wings?
Rainbow Dash asked, squinting at him.
This is going to be rich.
For one, it makes you look straight up Peter Molyneux stupid.
Oh, you did? You just had to bring Peter Molyneux in the equation, didn't you?
He had to do it, apparently. It called for it. He said.
You look like you belong in a circus, for Christ's sake.
Rainbow Dash snarled and started to charge at Yahtzee. Again.
Hang on, I'm not done yet.
He said, raising his hands in the air.
If you want to stay alive, you are.
You tell him.
Rainbow Dash looked at Twilight, who shook her head, telling her not to do anything bad. No, no.
Please let them kill him. So be done with this.
Trust me, this is how I live.
He grunted, now putting his attention on the pink pony.
It's okay. I think I'll skip my turn.
Pinky said quietly, sinking back.
I think not, Icing Top.
Icing Top.
Aren't you supposed to be the so-called element of laughter?
Icing Top, who do you think you are?
Be a hoot.
What, Icing Top, who does he think he is? Duke Nukem.
I think maybe a joke about her mane. You know, it's all puffy.
Yeah, so I was making a joke. Actually, Arnold Schwarzenegger could have been a better joke, but never mind.
I think not. Icing Top.
Anything here constitutes a joke.
It's not really, in fact.
It's just us being silly.
Let's just go on.
Yeah, Pinkie Pie said. Pinky inquired, hopefully
Right now, I've been face palming through half of this.
smiling shakily. I'm with you there, Ross.
Of course. I mean, for one, you are comprised of one color. You just scream hilariously bland. Pink body, pink hair. The only thing different about you is that you have blue eyes. At least the butch has the courage to tie-dye her hair, even if it does scream her sexuality to the world.
Wow. Wow. You just insulted Best Pony. Wow. Okay,
I don't think I'm
fuming right now.
I
so
can...
just so you know.
Yes, I can tell.
Proceed.
Like, you know, we've only been at this for almost an hour. Like, could we please
43 minutes.
hasten or give up? I'm not really sure.
No.
We're more than halfway through.
Halfway?
Halfway?
I'm jumping out the window!
Me too. Let's just finish this. Let's just finish this for cathartic.
Alright.
Yeah, we can do it.
I want to see if he gets killed by the end of this chapter. Or beat up at least.
It's your line now,
There's
Madhog.
many more chapters. I doubt that's gonna happen.
I don't think I'm...
I don't think I'm bland.
Pinky said quietly as Rainbow Dash's right eye began to twitch in anger.
Let me guess, you enjoy throwing parties, yes?
I love throwing parties.
Pinky nodded, quickly going back to her happy self.
I assume that you serve punch and cupcakes?
He asked pleasantly, to which Pinky replied with a nod.
How blatantly childish. How old are you, 5? How about instead of wasting your time on the small stuff, throw an actual party, you silly tosser?
I don't think that I like you very much.
She said, taking a step back, looking at the ground.
And I usually like every pony. Well, congratulations! You managed not to be liked by the one pony who likes everyone. Wow.
I think she would like Satan more than him.
Well, as you can see, unless you are stupider than I first thought, I am not a pony.
No, you're not even.
And no alliteration there. Nice. fact, this entire bit has none of it. I think the author gave up here.
Why are you saying these mean things? I don't even know you.
Well, the world is a harsh place. I am its herald.
You suck at it. And to think I wanted to be your friend.
Not a good idea.
Yeah.
Here's an idea. Grow up. The world is full of people like me, so you better get your dose of reality now before it gets worse than this.
Then leave.
The world isn't.
Well, actually, there are a lot of assholes now that I think about it. Just in Ponyville, if you have to believe that one episode in which Fluttershy becomes, what's the word I'm looking for?
Vampire.
Assertive, quote unquote.
Please put your fanboy away.
But anyway, just because the world is full of douchebags doesn't mean you have to conform to it.
Also, I think I would have left this guy behind at the first line he said. Carry on with the day.
I mean, why are they still here? They could totally leave.
Curiosity.
Yeah, that's a very good question, man. This author isn't
all this guy is doing is just verbal abuse on top of verbal abuse on top of verbal.
I can only assume there's going to be a payoff to all this, hopefully.
Hopefully. Okay. Where were we now? Fluttershy was now sitting next to the imp, checking on it to make sure it's okay.
The imp is here as well? What?
Yes, it is.
And Fluttershy is attending to the imp. Couldn't this fanfiction be about Fluttershy taking care of the imp instead of Yahtzee? Oh no.
No,
And you.
he said with a laugh.
No.
Fluttershy crouched behind the imp, trying to break out of his gaze.
You're supposed to represent kindness.
Yahtzee scoffed.
That's probably the most useless of all. How do you expect to get anywhere in life going out of your way and helping others?
Wow.
Please, stop.
Yeah.
Fluttershy begged quietly.
Oh ho, I think not.
Right, I'm breaking up my wrist, he said.
Let's take a gander at you. You have a tattoo of butterflies on your ass. What kind of sentient being without a brain would do that? They're not tattoos, is what I'm saying.
Stop.
Yeah, he's joking.
I honestly, I wouldn't know that anymore.
Stop yelling at me, Fluttershy said, only slightly louder than before.
And what exactly are you doing, cowering behind a brainless creature?
He asked, motioning towards the imp.
I don't even know where to start with that. How is using something as a shield kind?
Fluttershy looked up at Yahtzee, tears streaming out of her eyes. She then got up and started to run away, sobbing quietly.
That's, leaving him was the wisest decision.
Yahtzee stared at her go, feeling bad for reducing her to tears.
No!
Oh,
no
really?
Way. Yahtzee is feeling human emotions. I don't believe this.
That's the power Fluttershy has.
Oh, wow. Okay. I
still can't get the tone of this thing, because it sounds like something that someone like me, who barely knows anything about this show, would write. Okay, so that's the generic happy one. Oh, that's the generic, shy one. It's just like...
I know, so mean-spirited.
Don't you think there's no more than that? I mean, I don't get it.
Actually, I do get it, because this is trying to be from the perspective of Yahtzee. They're trying to imagine how Yahtzee would react if he saw ponies. It's very unlikable, of course. But...
Right, where were we? It's Rainbow Dash, I think. That's it.
Me.
Yeah.
That's it. I've had enough of him. It's bad enough you made fun of me, but you don't make Fluttershy cry.
Ever.
Rainbow Dash yelled furiously, shooting down straight towards Yahtzee, yet again.
Oh, bugger.
Yes, get him good.
Yahtzee yelled, jumping to the side and narrowly avoiding the Saiyan assault.
Oh, come on.
Assailant.
Yeah, assailant. Sorry, I just read wrong.
Come on, Rainbow Dash can be faster than Sonic if she wants. How could he possibly avoid him?
Fairies.
Fairies, you're a bottle.
What? I'm the rebuttal?
No, I was just...
because I made a comment about Rainbow Dash having the ability to be faster than Sonic.
Oh,
she won't.
I don't know, because actually, game theory pretty much proved that Sonic was nowhere near as fast as everyone thought it was. So yeah.
Okay then, let's proceed.
Yahtzee looked at the imp and picked him up and held him like a shield as he ran away from his new enemy.
Run away! Run away!
Run away!
Run away! Let him run.
Twilight said calmly.
The hunt will be much more fun that way.
That's not the line.
I know, but that's the line I would have used here. We are the elements of harmony. By the way, elements, you forgot the S. Elements of harmony. Oh. We should act like it. Yes.
Act like the better man. I mean, pony.
I like the Twilight being the better
pony
individual in all this.
So why isn't this over here?
Yeah.
That's...
Maybe because they want to have Yahtzee commenting on everyone, and maybe they got him to be lost in the forest and meeting a manticore or a hydra and getting eaten alive. Because that'll be nice.
Okay, let's carry on.
He made Fluttershy cry.
Good point.
Rainbow Dash crowd looking around.
Cross the crowd!
Even if Princess Celestia did that, I would still yell at her.
That's saying something. He clearly isn't from around here. Gee, you think? Maybe he just doesn't know how the way things work. That's bull crud in your words, Dabar.
Mm-hmm. Very big.
Okay, so I actually have a line. Wow.
Yes.
Even so, how can he expect to get away with that? Well, I'm sorry. Even so, how could he expect to get away with what he said?
Rarity asked.
Please, girls, let's just give my plan a shot.
What plan?
I'm worried about that. Okay, gang.
Consider that plan.
Okay, gang. Here's the plan. We set another complicated trap. We then lure him with Shaggy and Scooby, and then we're going to trap him and find out he's actually old Mr. Jenkins.
Twilight sighed.
Okay. Who knows? He may actually be a nice guy. Mean comments aside. Nope. There's no hope. There's no hope. He's in a new world. I'm sure this is very shocking to him. Nope. He's just a bastard.
All my nope.
Now, my first comment would be, what drugs did I take?
Everything but the kitchen sink.
You know what? I think Yahtzee, the vision of Yahtzee is what a world filled with drugs. I mean, if the pony took drugs, they would see Yahtzee. Yahtzee is like a drug vision for the ponies.
There's a good pony drug joke there. Rainbow Dash goes into the Sugar Cube corner, says, "Hey, Pinkie Pie, have you seen my acid?" Pinkie Pie says, "I don't have time for that now. There are dragons in the kitchen." No, that joke doesn't work because dragons actually exist. And...
Yep.
Let's carry on because this fic is almost over.
Okay.
That's the problem with
right.
Please make it.
Alright, fine, but I don't have to like it.
Like this fanfiction. Boom!
Booyah!
Rainbow Dash grunted, crossing her forelegs in disapproval.
Let's go grab Fluttershy too. If he doesn't do it on his own, I'll make him apologize.
Yahtzee ran into the town, carrying the imp over him like an umbrella. He veered in between gawking ponies, trying to find a safe place to hide. There is no safe place to hide.
Nowhere to hide! Nowhere to run! Nowhere to hide!
He looked at a spot in between two buildings that had a large cardboard box in it, so he ran up to it and crawled inside.
What?
Crawling inside!
That's the forbiddenest thing ever.
Yes.
I resent that.
Well, let's see. Yahtzee's here. Well, aren't I?
Well, Well, aren't I off to a brilliant start?
And whose fault is that?
He asked himself as he shifted uncomfortably. The imp then stood up and fell back over and started snoring lightly.
And then he says that.
Stupid little wanker.
Oh, he's got a case of the wanker's cramp.
Yahtzee muttered sourly, then sighed deeply.
This is all your fault to begin with.
The girls went into town to try and find Yahtzee. It wasn't hard to pinpoint its location, as there were many ponies and stallions talking about this odd occurrence, and it took them just a couple of minutes to see a cardboard box with the name Solid Snake and Derpy on it.
Oh, no, not the
Obvious joke is obvious.
Old tired jokes, he's old and tired.
I added Derpy to it because she's like the new Solid Snake now, next to Hayate from Hayate no Katoku. But anyway...
She is?
That was moving back and forth. Rainbow Dash zoomed up to it and hit the top of it.
What?
You in there, smart mouth?
What?
Rainbow Dash asked angrily.
No, I'm not. Go away. I'm gonna count to 3, and if you aren't out here by then, you'll be in a world of hurt.
She said as a warning. A very good one, actually.
Yes.
I am quite fine in here, I assure you.
What, you have a fireplace in there?
Oh, I like where this is going.
She started.
Bloody hell. 2!
She said loudly, bringing her hoof back, getting ready to hit the box. Yahtzee looked over at the imp and grabbed him.
3! Alright, you asked for it.
Before Rainbow Dash went to grab him, the box shot open, and the imp stumbled out with Yahtzee's hat on its head.
Here I am.
Yeah, very great plan. I'm sure they will not notice the difference.
Oh my god. Oh, this is stupid even for Yahtzee.
Yahtzee said in a failed attempt to throw his voice.
Apparently, all his brain cells are devoted to sarcasm, and he lacks complete common sense or basic human intelligence.
So do we for reading this thing.
I think I agree with Ross right now.
But at least I'm sharing the misery with all of you guys.
Yeah.
I will say if you guys watch Green with me.
Yes, we could do that.
No.
I've seen far worse.
The first episode has the guy whacking off in a room.
Let's not talk about that either.
I've seen far worse than anything you could possibly throw at me.
By the way, I deserve whatever punishment.
I deserve whatever punishment you see fit. Now see, why didn't we have the British guy voice the British character? Because he could do it so much better than I could.
I don't know, Yahtzee.
You just have to speak a little faster.
What, you mean like, I deserve whatever punishment you see fit?
No, it sounds more like you sound like British Popeye.
Okay,
Come on, let's...
Rainbow Dash.
For the love of Celestia, get out here now!
Rainbow Dash yelled impatiently. Yahtzee again.
Sorry. Are you going to hurt me?
Yes!
Very painfully, apparently. Yahtzee asked, snatching the... Yes, the end's coming soon, don't worry, Ross. Snatching the hat from the ground, and placing his hat back on his head.
I can't make any promises.
Considering what you did, that's the best you can get.
Then I'm good in here. I have no plans on being beaten harder than a teenager who just found out what his lefty is good for.
Boo! The
Hey,
box...
masturbation references in,
Yeah, masturbation jokes are very original next to sex jokes. Thanks.
Virus database has been updated.
I don't believe this! Whose house
Whose
this?
virus database just got updated?
Mine!
Devon! Always! It's always... Why? This is the fourth time it happened! The fourth time!
It just so happens that happens at this time, apparently.
Oh, jeez.
The box then
I'll
turned...
show you Yakuza Bast!
I used to use Norton, but apparently I had to go to this.
Actually, I use Avast as well. Let's finish this chapter. It's almost over.
The box then turned purple and got flipped on its side, causing Yahtzee to spill out. Like liquid, apparently.
Hello there.
He said.
It's, nice to see you here on this fine day.
We need to have a chat.
With crowbars and batons and metal poles in hand.
Da-da-da!
Twilight said as she and the others surrounded him.
Then he was dead. End of the story.
Author's note here. I am sorry if any of you don't enjoy seeing your waifus getting yelled at. It's his character.
Okay, that's it. This guy is a fan of Yahtzee.
Yes, that all makes sense now. All the question universe has been answered.
Waifus. Oh wow. Okay. So yeah.
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 What the hell is a waifu?
I'll explain to you.
Let me explain it.
Oh god.
It's basically your fictional mate, essentially. The person that you would have to be your fictional wife.
Like Miss Martian.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Well,
that would be your waifu.
Guys, unfortunately, there's people like this in every fandom that ever existed. So, not so.
It's that anyone near as creepy as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, don't make me start with that. Don't make me start with Sonic the Hedgehog.
Don't start with any fandom whatsoever, actually.
Crazy ass shippings and whatnot.
Well, I can safely say we wasted 1 hour of our time on this.
1 hour, 12 minutes is that?
Actually, it's 1 hour and 37 seconds to be in full.
And and counting and counting and counting.
Yes.
But anyway, guys, final thoughts? Not all at once, please. Davar, you first.
Waste of time, really. It's just very mean-spirited and just very bad taste, in my opinion, even for a fan fiction.
I've seen a lot of amazingly well-written fanfictions, pony fanfictions, and this is definitely one of the lowest in terms of writing. Okay, so Ross, you're.
Okay, so first of all, not fan of My Little Pony, went to this hungry, having a headache, and thirsty as all heck after having an entire day of work behind me. So, and then I have this annoying piece of shit to deal with.
Yeah, it's the icing top.
I could have been eating!
Well, come on, Ross. It wasn't that bad. I mean, it was a mutual shared painful experience. At least you did it with friends, because friendship is magic!
No, Madhog.
Yes! Jim. Jim.
Your thoughts?
I will beat your butterflies and rainbows into the ground with my hatred.
Oh, shut up! You're Alpha Fairy. You're one to.
Yeah, that's coming from the fairy. That's when you know it's bad.
You have a Bill Dundee pillow and dreaming up and sleeping a Bill Dundee Bill Dundee sheet, and you have a Bill Dundee wallet. So you're really.
Okay, Jim. Your thoughts before this breaks out a fight.
Jim, whatever your name is.
Yes.
I added something. Jim Beetle. Please, your opinion.
Well, for all its flaws, I actually do find it to be funny in some points. I mean...
What?
Yeah, the insults aren't really the best.
That's all there is.
Yeah, but, I don't know, I guess I like the concept, and for what I'll say, even though we're not going further, it does get funnier later on.
Yes, I don't think it's going to be funnier for me.
No, not for me either.
So this
is really mean-spirited.
Yes, pleasantly so. It doesn't have that. And the problem with mean-spirited humor, it's hard to pull off. It has to be funny, well-timed, and actually have a purpose, other than being mean-spirited for the sake of being mean-spirited. If that's the case, then you're just rehearsing an episode of Family Guy, and that's the worst thing you could do.
Alright, well, I'll tell you what, even though you didn't like this, even though we're just doing the one chapter, let me just read you a little something from chapter 3. Rainbow Dash flew towards Yahtzee at full speed and kicked him in the chest, which sent him flying halfway through the wall of one of the buildings.
Yes!
It ripped
Yes!
his watch from the rest of his body, killing him instantly.
Yes!
Yes!
Yes, he's dead! The witch is dead! The witch is dead!
Yeah, well, I thought that would brighten things up a little bit.
Thank you, Jim.
You saved everyone's lives.
Yes, you save our sanity, Jim Bartleby.
Now he must go now. His planet needs him.
Okay.
Speaking of planets, I'm sending for those of you keep messing with me about liking Miss Martian. I'm sending you an image to show why I think she would be my waifu. As
I think we should end on this one, actually.
Oh, don't worry, it's not.
Okay. Oh, by the way, I'm totally plugging my Kickstarter now. I have a Kickstarter for Fanboy Fairies. There will be a link in the description. And oh my God, why are you doing this to me?
What?
This is probably why he was here all along, because Madhog said he had to be here if he ever wanted to plug his series.
I think bald girls are hot, don't judge me.
Okay, to each their own.
Okay, I'm trying to see the image
Come
here.
on,
Wait a minute.
You've probably got a fetish too, Ross.
I think we should close.
What is this? What is this? What is this? Rule? What is this? Rule 63 Moby with green skin.
Guys, I think we should close. I think we should say bye to the folks now.
She looks like the dean from Community minus the glasses.
I think we should say bye to the.
That's natural green Martian appearance.
Yeah, it's not I don't get it at all. The appeal. I mean.
We should say bye to our folks. I think.
And that's all the time we have, folks. Have a good night.
Take care, everyone.
Yeah, okay, whatever. So, in conclusion, this fanfiction is definitely not a recommendation from my part. So, okay,
okay, I love you. Bye bye.
Okay, I love you. Bye bye. We read this. It was painful, but we're not doing this again. It's not a series. Next time, we're going to go back reading the regularly scheduled fanfiction reading we are doing with lesbian vampire ponies, which is actually 1,000,000 times more respectable than this. Trust me, it's true. Anyway, this is it for tonight's dramatic reading of what's it called it. And this has been Madhog.
And this has been Devar.
Ross, please fund my Kickstarter.
And our guest.
If we plug it, that means we don't have to chip in, right? I'm just kidding. I'll help you out, but you gotta wait until my tax refund gets in.
That's fine. You have 30 days.
And he was Jim, folks. Jim Beaverenton.
Okay, should we conclude this podcast by making a series of jokes about his name?
No.
No, please, God, no. Dead, done.
Come on.
Each man make us read this thing.
I'll give you a few. Jim Barracuda.
We end on that. Bye, everyone.
Okay, let's just end it as well. Never ends. So, by the way, here's the happy joy thought of the night. Imagine if Yahtzee died at the end of this chapter. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Ah!